Sometimes you're just looking for a fragrance that is cozy, comforting, smooth, and warm. And a lot of fragrances these days are focused kind of on clean, fresh, and sharp, and not really cozy or comforting. But I've compiled here a small list of fragrances that I think are pretty comforting. Starting with an old-time classic. This is Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. This is very reminiscent of Christmas. It has all the popular Christmas spices. You have cloves, there's some cinnamon, wood notes, to give it a bit of warmth, amber, floral notes like roses, and then some citrus notes as well to give it a little bit of lightness and juiciness. This is a very strong fragrance. This is from 1953, so it's quite old. And some people might not like its style because it is from a bygone era when perfumes smelled quite different, and perfume notes of that time were very different from what's popular today. But if you enjoy Christmas spices and that kind of warm, cozy, spicy vibe, then Youth Dew is pretty much that. It's pretty much all those Christmas smells in a bottle. Very, very warm sort of fragrance. Don't put too much on because it is a very overpowering fragrance if you're not careful. But in general, it's a very kind of warm, woodsy, amber, slightly musky sort of scent. And if you like all those notes, then you won't be disappointed with Youth Dew. Just don't expect a light floral fragrance because that's not it. It's much heavier than your average perfume. The next one, which a lot of people don't know about, is this very tiny bottle. This is Spark by Liz Claiborne. This is a perfume that many people don't know about, but it's really delicious. I got this on accident, actually, because I ordered Youth Dew and then they shipped me this instead. So this is my accidental introduction to Spark, which is a very it reminds me of a cinnamon bun. It has caramel notes, some sugary warm cinnamon. It's a little bit kind of boozy, you get that like a rum sort of feeling from it. There's also some rose, orchid, and cedar notes. But most of all, the cinnamon and caramel are the strongest out of this tiny bottle. Surprisingly long-lasting. You really don't need a lot, and good projection, good kind of well-developed just body from this fragrance. Very warm, again, kind of reminiscent of Christmas, similar to Youth Dew, little bit less strong than Youth Dew, but very, very pleasant, very kind of that nice, warm, cozy sort of vibe. Then, if you want something a bit lighter, this is a small sample of Lait du Temps by Nina Ricci. This is also another, older perfume, 1948. Very kind of, it has an important note of Lang Lang, which is this very kind of warm, exotic, almost oily sort of flower. And it mixes with some other floral notes, some wood notes. Overall, it's a floral scent, so it's lighter than these previous two, but it's kind of blanketed in this very warm, smooth, kind of comforting layer, which is very, very pleasant. It's one of my favorite perfumes for that reason. And at the same time, very classic, very elegant. It's on the lighter side. It doesn't have the same longevity as, say, Youth Dew, but still very pleasant, very certainly. I think most people like it because it's, in general, formulated to be very versatile, simple, but, delicious. So, then there's Sublime from Jean Patou. This is a bit harder to find. It also has a strong note of Lang Lang, which gives it this really warm kind of aura. It's also mixed with some citrus notes like mandarin orange, some more floral notes, and then some wood notes. This is another one of my favorites. It has some vanilla, some orange, some jasmine, all blended up into something that's like almost physically warm. I always mention when I bring up this perfume, it reminds me of sunlight because it's very just directly warm. There's something about it that's very unique that a lot of perfumes don't have, and that's kind of this, makes you feel like you're being wrapped up in a warm blanket sort of thing. So that's very unique. It's a bit more modern. It's from the 1990s, more modern compared to these at least, and it has some nice florals that lighten it up, so it's not too heavy. Certainly not as heavy as used to do or anything. Very, very pleasant, and very feminine as well. So, and then the last one is the classic Chanel No. 5. Anyone who has smelled this knows that it's uniquely warm, cozy, comforting sort of fragrance. Very old fragrance, more than 100 years old. Came out in 1921. Delicious notes of sandalwood, oak moss, amber, some florals, aldehydes to really lighten and brighten the fragrance. This is the Eau de Parfum, which is, you know, stronger, and I would say it has a warmer, just kind of body, more complex, more personality. In general, Chanel No. 5 is a classic French perfume. It's also very nostalgic for many people. Many people had, you know, their mother wore it, their aunt wore it, their grandmother wore it. So that nostalgia brings extra kind of, you know, warmth and comfort from this fragrance, which is an extra bonus. Also considering that's extremely classy, extremely elegant, a classic symbol of femininity. So those are pretty much my top 5 choices for cozy and comforting fragrances. If you have any recommendations or opinions about these, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.